Just before this video starts, I'm gonna say this real quick. This video is old. It was a video that I edited on my old laptop before I actually got my computer that I have now. So it might be a little bit crappy, and I was still kind of new to editing back then. I think it's still decent enough to upload at least, and I kind of want to get something out other than just virus destructions, as cool as those are. I need a little bit more variety since it's been quite a few months since I've uploaded something that wasn't related to viruses. I've been inactive lately as well. That was mainly because school started a new semester, so I was really just trying to make sure that I started off on a good foot and that I won't end up having to take a large break just to keep caught up with school. I'm in a good spot now, so hopefully I should be able to have a bit more time to work on videos. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so here I am on Minecraft Bedrock home screen. This is actually a pretty old account, one that I played when I was a bit younger, when I was a cringy Fortnite player and had a time limit. So I would play on this account to bypass my time restrictions, because that's definitely a thing I should do. But the point is, I played a lot of Minecraft when I was playing on this account. And you can already tell that it's an old account because of my old YouTube name right here. But if we go on to play, I have a small list of worlds. I have a normal, like, redstone practice type deal. Redstone experimentation. I think that's just for trying to get better at redstone. Which, you know, that's actually pretty fair. I'm not very good at redstone. These ones are of utmost importance. Now, the context of this. On April 4th of 2023, I decided to play on this world while there was a bad snowstorm outside. That snowstorm caused my power to flicker. And because the power had flickered and it completely shut off my PS4, this save file is now completely corrupted. Now, it's not actually going to show. It's just frozen right here now. But I will flash a picture on screen of what it looks like. This save is completely f***ed up. It's unplayable. But before that had happened, I had actually made a copy of this world to check the day counter mostly, because that's what I like to do. I just like to check how much I've actually done. However, if we go into the... Oh, okay, that still doesn't do anything. If we go into the options of this copy here, it says here that trophies cannot be earned in this world. However, in the original save file, I could earn trophies. So, I already had turned on cheats and all that stuff before the power had flickered. But what I wanted to do was just look around the world, see what all I've done. So, we'll go ahead, go right into it. Alright, here we go. Now I'm just going to start first at... Okay, come on. I know... Frickin' Bedrock servers, dude. What is this? Frickin' lag, dude. Okay, so here I am. Home sweet home. Very simple, not very decked out, as you could probably tell. It's very simple. It's got me through a lot. Got a double bed, for comfort. Comfort, I promise. It's comfort. We got a couple of dogs here. We got Spike. We got Luke the Notable, and then we got Macy. So yeah, there's not much to this house. I got a jukebox right here. One thing I do want to start off with though is my inventory. Got very overpowered netherite armor. I think all of this might be perfect. We got flash potions, we got fire resistance, some assorted items, got the totem. I don't know why that's not in my hand. We got my fortune pickaxe, and we got my silk touch pickaxe, my wood whacker, get your mind out of the gutter, got my shovel, and we got my sword, then we got my netherite hoe, got my elytra, and then I have a couple of books. I have my day counter. I started that at 700 days. Come all the way over here. 824. Let me actually see what day it is now. 839. This starts on day 0. And then I have ideas to continue the world. I would just jot down things that I wanted to do, and I would go and do them when I felt like it. Pretty much all there is to here. So let's head outside. Got a bit of an exterior here. It looks pretty nice. I honestly really like it. Got some assorted flowers, got trapdoors, got 2 dragon heads. Over here we've got a map of everything that I've done. I will admit, for the massive amount of time that I spent in this world, it's pretty underwhelming what all that I've done. Over here we got the music discs. I was wanting to try and get all of them, but I wasn't able to come up with like a sort of a machine to skeletons to kill a creeper. Here we got Pig Step, 13, Mellowhide, Cat. And this rail was actually being used for an iron farm where I would transport villagers over in that direction, but I never got that done. We got some auto smelters right here, and then down in this direction is my storage room. I did decide to decorate this one a little bit. I never did get to this side of it, but oh Jesus Christ, my mouse, it's dying. Got a bunch of assorted block crops, and then just kind of more miscellaneous items over here. Oh my god, is my mouse gonna keep dying during this entire thing? We got some other things that I was saving up for. They're both like job stations, if anything. We got some things like mob parts. God damn you, mouse. We got beds. There's a lot of beds in here. I mentioned there's also a crap ton of wood in here. I was planning on making a tree mega base. God, my mouse is gonna keep dying during this. That's great. You can see it make a giant tree mega base, so that's what I was saving the majority of that wood for. It's actually one of my friends that had dug out most of it. And then all my valuables over here. God damn you, mouse. Don't actually have very many totems. Do I have them in my ender chest? Oh, yep, here we go. Apparently I need to plug in my mouse. We got a ton of totems in here, thankfully for the assorted raids that I would do. I actually got extra netherite equipment here. The funny thing about these is that there was one time where I ended up dying in the nether, and I thought that all my stuff would despawn because of course it was going to take a lot more than 5 minutes for me to reach my stuff because I was in a faraway nether fortress. So I had made an entirely different set of things. So I had a lot of diamonds, and I did have to grind a bit for the netherite, but I was able to get that. And another funny story about this one, I don't know how, but I somehow managed to duplicate it. Like, it just randomly decided to become 2, I guess. Believe it's in here, goddamn you, mouse. Here we go. Oh, no, okay, so it's probably on a different account where one of my friends had played on it. I have no idea. I've got some more elytras. I got a backup pickaxe like that. Let's actually go through the rest of these shulker boxes while I'm here. Got a bunch of food, some golden carrots here. This is where I would put glass and sand because I was originally planning on getting the majority of my emeralds through auto-smelting sand into glass, but I never really ended up doing that. And we got a bunch of ice here. I was planning on using the majority of ice for like nether highways and such, which I did end up making that. And then I've already shown the totems. We got valuables, like I would go mining and put like things like diamonds and iron and stuff like that in there. Rockets, resources for automatic farms, so if I wanted to make an automatic farm, I would just put them in there. Save some inventory space, you know. Then we got the actual mining resources right here, where I would just put like the dirt, the flint, all that stuff. And we got a couple sponges, stronghold compass, discount glass down. So yeah, that's it all the way for down there. Got some pillars over here. That's the first enchanted golden apple that I've ever gotten. It's also the only enchanted golden apple that I've ever gotten. So now I have a 600-day celebration cake. And then there was a 2-year celebration cake up here, but I accidentally ended up breaking that. I remember that night I was actually going to replace that cake because I had finally gotten a freaking chicken egg. But yeah, my power ended up flickering. I'm actually pretty proud of these little highways here as well. Got a nice little aesthetic to them. And then we've got little hanging lights above them as well. And then I had a giant pig farm over here. I was also planning on getting most profits from pig meat, but I never did end up doing that as well. Got a bamboo farm right here. This building right here is where I would easily farm trees. Okay, yeah, I would put trees in this dirt platform right here. And then, however tall it was, I could use these little platforms right here. I could jump on top of the tree and then mine it all the way down. And any resources that I don't get would get funneled into that chest. Evidently, I'm going to have to frickin' take a break just so that I can let my mouse charge, so I do not feel like having to deal with my mouse dying the entire time. Okay, so continuing where we left off. This over here, I was going to start a cow pen to get a bunch of leather for bookshelves and whatnot. And then this over here is one of the most important buildings in the entire world, honestly. So this one is actually a gold farm. Pretty much how it works, you flick this lever over here, and this nether portal will constantly flicker and cause a ton of pigmen to start spawning. Which then, they would fall all the way down here. They will get held up in this chamber here. Flick this lever, and Trident Killer does its thing. And down here we got an auto sorter. Get all the gold nuggets down here, get all the gold, all the rotten flesh. And this gives so much freaking XP, dude. But unfortunately, it also causes a lot of lag. Yeah, it can heal up your tools so easily. It's honestly one of the best farms I've ever made. And because it's so good, I also set up an enchantment table and whatnot here in case I ever need to get a ton of enchantments. Which that was going to be useful if I was going to get all that netherite armor now. It's going to be a lot harder to get that netherite now, because 1.20 is a thing now. But anyways, yep, that's how that works. And then I have another floor down there that I will get to in a moment. Once we get this turned off. Yeah, if I didn't have this farm, I would not be near as far as I am now. It's honestly so incredibly useful. And I would use all this gold and all this rotten flesh in my basement down here, where I would trade with all these villagers. Some of these guys are still infected. I don't actually have any golden apples on me right now. I was gonna as well kind of beautify this place, not have it look so crappy. We also got another farm over here. Yeah, I got a ton of emeralds this way. But that's pretty much everything on this side. Oh yeah, this little monument right here, I did have a full beacon right here, but I decided to move it over here because I'm actually, God damn, I could not speak during this video, could I? Well, I was taking out this entire mountain in general. And fun fact, I have a video of how it's like to remove a layer of mountain in Minecraft Bedrock. This is the same world that I recorded this video on. And of course, that was quite a few months ago, so it was on the actual world and not on a copy of the original corrupted world. Yeah, I wanted to dig this all the way down. I planned on, I was probably going to keep all of that just for historical purposes. And then all of this over here could be like a giant mega base, mainly of a tree just because of the surrounding trees. And kind of plant other trees around it as well to make it look like that one tree's just been like there like since the beginning of time, gotten so overgrown. Not going to deal with phantoms during this entire thing. We head down here now. Oh, there's another one right here. This is in a very small automatic fish farm. I've kind of forgotten how all this works, honestly. I haven't used it in a long time, and I never really got anything out of it either. But if we head down here, got this deserted village that I was going to plan on getting rid of. Here is kind of an old trading hall. Got a ton of librarian villagers mostly. They all have a ton of important enchantments, like mending and whatnot. And of course, we got an iron golem in here. This is one that I spawned, just to make sure that there's no mobs that are going to spawn, like a baby zombie or something, then kill my villagers, because I kind of don't want that. Got a bunch of ominous banners that I was just wanting to get right here. I got a beehive surrounded with a bunch of flowers. Planning on getting the achievement of wax on, wax off, but I still kind of have no idea how to get that one. I don't know, like, you have to go through like all the stages of oxidation. This right here is a giant creeper farm. I mean, I guess it's kind of creeper, spider, skeleton farm, but it still gets me gunpowder, which is the thing that matters. And it's actually pretty good. May not have seen it because there's only like 4 in there, but if I AFK here for quite a while, pretty sure there was, yeah, there's a trap door over here that I can just AFK in, and it'll get me the best rates. Got a little sugarcane farm over here.
My brother in Christ, do those look like sugarcane?
We have a couple of automatic farms over here as well. We got one for potatoes. This is kind of also an XP farm, kind of more of like a baked potato and an XP farm. This one over here is an automatic kelp farm. I honestly have no idea if all these still work. I don't remember. Oh, look at that. It actually still does work. And yeah, all the kelp would be funneled into the smokers. They will all get smelted, and then I could deposit them all in here. And I could use those same kelp to make kelp blocks, dried kelp blocks, which then I could use for fuel. So it's kind of it's a lot more of an efficient way to have this thing as well. And of course, it's also a bit of an XP farm without the killing. It's almost like a pacifist XP farm. Over here we kind of have the same thing. It's the same kelp growing, but except of getting funneled into a smoker and cooked, it will actually get funneled into composters and then turned into bone meal in case I ever needed bone meal for something. This is a giant wheat farm, as you can see right here. And then I was going to have a ton of farmer villagers in here that would trade for only wheat. Another decent way of getting emeralds as well. Come on. Oh my god. Bedrock, like, get a grip, come on. It's a giant, just complete farm of wheat. We got a pumpkin and a beetroot farm. Beetroot farm was last because I didn't really prioritize it. Really feel the need to anyway. We got a bunch of assorted creeper holes from thunderstorms and me getting mob heads. Then down here, I have a bunch of villagers, stonemasons, where I can just sell a bunch of diorite, granite, andesite, and stone. I was gonna mine this entire chunk out because I have a haste 2 beacon. You can literally just go right through it like this. If the game will catch up. There we go. And yeah, this is a 16 by 16 hole, so it's literally mining out an entire chunk. Or at least Bedrock version is poorly optimized, so I can hardly do any of this without the game lagging every second. So that was also infuriating to deal with. And then yeah, I would just put everything into mining resources chest, and then just get all I can, and then when I get full, I could just sell them to the villagers or stash them in my storage room. I remember back in 1.17 where these deep slate blocks used to be bedrock. Come over here in this direction. This was an attempt for music discs. We got a field of melons right here. We got that same farm set up for carrots, and everyone's infected. Great. That was not... Oh god, wait. Oh shit. Okay, hold up. We got a bit of a predicament here now. Where the fuck did most of these beds go? But come on. I have no idea what happened there. I also have no idea how a zombie managed to get their way into there. That place is very well lit, and there should be no bombs in there. I don't know how all of my villagers ended up getting infected, but one thing's for sure, that was going to be a pain in the ass to fix. And of course, we got the giant carrot farm over here. I would most of the time farm these for golden carrots. I would mainly use the golden nuggets from my gold farm instead of buying them, just because it's a bit cheaper that way. But if I ever really needed to, I definitely could buy them with the amount of emeralds that I have. And we got glowberries. I never really used them for anything. Got another AFK spot. Oh my god, dude. There we go. We got a potato farm over here. I don't actually have a building for it, because I remember I mainly ate baked potatoes before I ended up getting a good access to golden carrots. That's usually my plan all the time. And we got an automatic sugarcane farm over here.
There you go. Those are sugarcane, not the sweet berry bush that you misidentified earlier.
I was planning on doing the same thing with the melons and pumpkins. Of course, never really got time to do it though. It can get a bit of sugarcane. Of course, when I'm sitting up there, this works quite a bit quicker. Oh my God. Using an elytra in this version is so freaking frustrating. So over here, I was wanting to build a sort of medieval kingdom. However, I'm still not exactly the best at building. I also just kind of stopped trying to do it and moved on to other things. But honestly, looking back at it now, it really doesn't look bad. I would have to make the walls thicker, probably put a better design in them than chiseled stone and smooth stone. But other than that, it really doesn't look that bad. It could be better, but they're nice and simple, which honestly, that's perfectly fine. I was planning on moving villagers from over there into this town, but I think they're all dead now. I mean, I've been over here a couple times. I can't remember the last time I've even seen a villager over here. But that's pretty much everything in the main area of my base. Of course, none of it's really that special, just because I never really had much talent back then. Never really had the drive to make something cool. However, if we go over here to my nether portal, if it, there we go. Also, on this loading screen, I can't be the only one that sees like a piece of bread on this little part right here. Like, got a bit of a line to indicate that it's cooked and the outline there. I was planning on building a Nether Hub right here. I did get some decent progress, but I kept running out of quartz and I never really got to finishing it. Over here, that leads down to an ancient debris mine and just more of the general nether. But over here, I have a boat. If I can, oh my god, this... I can't get in it for whatever reason. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. I don't know why I'm struggling there. Got a nice long ice hallway. But this is also pretty frustrating to use just because of how slow the chunks load. Everything goes down in this direction. Come on. Okay, here we go. We got another ender pearl. Not end portal. What the fuck am I talking about? Another nether portal. This over here. Come on. I'm waiting. There we go. This, I was actually planning on draining an ocean monument. And I did manage to get some decent progress in. Just needed to mine a crap ton of gravel. I know one of my shovels has silk touch on it, so I won't end up getting a ton of flint. I got as far as adding an outline. I'm not good at circles whatsoever, so I just made it square. Kind of got lazy with it. And the inside is still completely normal. I never really did anything with that. I don't think I was really planning on having a guardian farm. Almost kind of like a base where I could go out and get like 1.18 and 1.19 chunks. Because, you know, all the way back in 1.17, we still had all terrain generation, so there was none of those really cool mountains or anything like that. I was wanting to come over here, and I could have a base where I could just be in new chunks. The main thing was just flattening out this area, because I knew I was going to have to do that eventually. I did get all the pieces of glass now, and I was probably going to mine a bit of that away as well. I never got to that either. Using elytra in this frustrating, still so frustrating. See, this over here is all 1.18 chunks. This over here is a village, or rather just a raid village. And here I have one villager, and anytime that I would get bad omen, I would come here and fight the raid. But I think that's actually about it. Of course, I do have a town that's near a desert, so I could get sand and profit out of it, but I never really needed to use it because the better money-making methods were all a lot closer to my home, and it wouldn't be just too much of a hassle to try and get there without making another highway. I think that's why I had extra ice on me as well. I was planning on doing that, but never felt it necessary. But yeah, for almost 900 days in a world, it's honestly kind of underwhelming how little I've done. I'm definitely going to try and do a lot more with the future worlds, of course, because I feel like with a world that's been going on for this long, you know, you should be able to get a ton more done than I have. And I thought by doing something like this, I could finally make up for lost time. But of course, that never ended up happening. No, I never was a fan of winter to begin with, but the fact that the snowstorm made me lose this world, it honestly pisses me off quite a lot. And I've also got a separate tunnel over here that was just meant for drying sponges. Yeah, there's really not much else to it. It may not have been very special, at least not a lot of cool things, I suppose, but it was still really special to me, you know? Something that I've been working on for a few years, of course. I actually had a previous world before this where I was also really far into it, but I underestimated the power of the bedrock wither, and as well as dying in the void in the end. And at one point I just got completely pissed off and just deleted the world out of anger. And then I started this world and I got that far. Yeah, I was honestly really wanting to do a lot more. I also had the goal of surviving 1,000 days. I mean, I guess not really surviving because it's normal survival, but at least getting to 1,000 days. But that was short-lived, and it's very unfortunate. Think. Can't I place? Oh, I can't even place water up here either. I mean, I know this is the build height, but still. Come on. Pick it up. Pick it up, please. I can't. Why can't I pick it up? I can't pick up the frickin' water. Where? There we go. I don't know why I have to end the source block in order to get it. That's just kind of frustrating. Fuck, now I can't even get back on the damn thing. Yeah, I think that's just about everything there is to it. I do know I can just turn off cheats like that and everything will be just fine, but the fact that I still can't get trophies despite it, it just doesn't feel worth it. Yeah, we'll just attempt a water bucket clutch. Holy, oh damn. I thought I made that for a moment. Anyways, yeah, that's really all to the video. I was definitely wanting to do more with the world, but I'll be honest, I haven't really been playing on it very much before the corruption happened, just because it's on a completely separate account, and those time restrictions aren't a thing anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of this world. There's not really anything else to show. I really appreciate you all taking the time to watch this. Definitely be sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see a bit more Minecraft content. I know that my channel looks pretty barren now that I've removed all the non-Minecraft related stuff. Just a heads up, I will be uploading that stuff to my extras channel, so you can watch them over there.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell already, this was before I had decided to change my channel niche to Geometry Dash, and where I was uploading everything else to the extras channel, but now this is on the extras channel, so how ironic that.
But yep, that's it for this video. I appreciate every one of you that's watched all the way to the end. It really helps me out with the channel and with the algorithm. But yep, that's it for me. My name is Italy. And I'll see you later.